Welcome to Call to Post, the Off the Bench Podcast Network feature dedicated to thoroughbred racing. Hosting today's show will be Brandon Ferst, and Brandon will be joined by Raider Jim Martinez. Grab some paper, make some notes, enjoy yourselves. Let's talk thoroughbred racing. Riders up.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Raider Jim Martinez in sunny San Diego, California, the 21st of July. And I'm representing my good friend, my brother, my partner, Brandon Ferst, and his podcast, the First Off the Bench Podcast Network. This is the original Call to Post, the show where we talk about everything that is thoroughbred racing. Now, let me stop for just a second. We have been on hiatus for a couple of months now. And it was Mike Tyson who has the adage, something to the effect, everybody's got a great plan until they get punched in the mouth. Well, that kind of happened to both Brandon and I. Some personal things happened, some injuries happened, and I am now in the late rounds of a fight with COVID. But you know what? I told Brandon, I got this. We're going to get back on track. And what better way to do it than today, the 21st of July? It's not Christmas Eve, but it certainly feels like Christmas Eve because tomorrow is opening day at the Del Mar Thoroughbred Club. Hard to believe it's been 12 months since we did our interview with Mr. Craig Dato, who at that time was the executive vice president for the Del Mar Thoroughbred Club. He gave us insight on what it took to keep the track going as they weathered the storm of COVID, as they prepared to put fans back in the stands and have racing live once again for the 2021 summer session, and equally if not more important, preparing Del Mar to host the 2021 Breeders' Cup, which they did last November. True to our word, we spoke about it for 12 months, 52 weeks, week in and week out. Brandon and I assured you, one way or another, hell or high water, we were going to be in the stands that day, and on Friday, day one of the Breeders' Cup, we were there. We walked through the gate together, we were in the paddock, we were trackside, we were on the infield. It was such a wonderful day, great experience, one of the greatest sporting events I've ever attended, and I couldn't be more thankful than to have shared that experience with my best friend, one of my great friends, Brandon Ferst. Brandon, thanks very much. That's one to keep in our memory book. Now, we're on to the 2022 session for Del Mar. Santa Anita just wrapped up. No surprise there, another classic West Coast racing venue. The top 5 jockeys ended up being Juan Hernandez with $6.9 million in purse money. Flavien Prat was second with 5.4. Taylor Bays was $3 million, as was Abel Cedillo, also $3 million at 2.9. The number 5 jockey was Umberto Rispoli. As far as trainers go, no surprises there either. A lot of familiar names. Phil D'Amato, Doug O'Neill, John Sadler, Michael Glatt, and in the number 5 position, although he had a great winning percentage and took in a good chunk of money, Bob Baffert. No surprise there. In the coming weeks, we're going to discuss why is Bob Baffert able to train and compete on the West Coast, but not in New York and not in other tracks across the nation. That's another podcast, another topic, another time. Right now, we want to focus on tomorrow and Del Mar getting started, along with the jockeys and the trainers. There's some horses to keep your eyes open for. They may or they may not run in Del Mar, but if they do, let me tell you, watch out for Smuggler's Run, Express Train, There Goes Harvard, Count Again, and one to always keep on your mind when you're filling out your ticket, a good underneath call, Legs Galore. Legs Galore has been around. Again, it's a long shot, depends on the race, depends on the track, but I Count Again, really keep an eye on that horse. There Goes Harvard and Express Train. Del Mar is going to be no less than spectacular like it always is. We won't see as much of Flavien Prat as normal. Case in point, he is not going to be in the house opening weekend. He is going to be back east. He is riding a lot more back east. He has decided during the spring that he was probably going to spend a little more time on the East Coast, but that's okay. He'll be back every now and then. And as a great trade-off, we are going to get to see more of Florent Giroux, who usually rides on the East Coast, but even tomorrow will be taking a first mount for Phil D'Amato in race 8. And I can't wait to watch Florent ride. Maybe we can even get the Ortiz brothers out here and see them a couple more times. That would be great. Tomorrow Saturday you've got the San Clemente Stakes, $200,000 stakes race, grade 2. On the 30th, you'll have the San Diego Handicap, also a grade 2, that's $300,000. The Bing Crosby, grade 1, $400,000, that will also be next weekend on the 30th of July. Sunday the 31st, you have the Eddie Reed, grade 2, $250,000 handicap race, and then the big races will be in August and September. End of August, you have the Pat O'Brien Grade 2 Stakes. September 3rd, you have 2 races, the TVG Classics, which is a G1, September 3rd, the Del Mar Handicap, which is a Grade 2, and then you also have September 4th, the Green Flash Handicap, a Grade 3. Now, Pat O'Brien, TVG Classic, Del Mar Handicap, all Breeders' Cup Challenge races. Win and you're in. Great day, great weekend to be at the Del Mar racetrack. Now, focusing on tomorrow, opening day, this should come as no surprise to anyone who is familiar with the Del Mar Thoroughbred Club. It is and has been a sellout. If you don't have a ticket, you're not going to get near the track. So, don't congest traffic any more than it will be. If you do have tickets, get there as early as you can. Plan to hang around as long as they'll let you hang around. Drink responsibly, drive responsibly. That is thrown out there for the safety of everybody in Southern California, everybody in attendance, and on behalf of First Off the Bench Podcast Network, the original Call to Post, and my good friend, our good friend, Officer Jim Betancourt, California Highway Patrol. That one's for you, Jim. Thanks for everything you and your fellow officers do out there. Now, tomorrow, opening day, even opening weekend, is a great warm-up session. You're not going to see some big races out there. Tomorrow, the 8 race is the feature race. That's the Oceanside Stakes, and a couple good horses in there. Castle Leech or Lock is going to be ridden by Mike Smith. A little bit long on the numbers right now, but I would keep an eye on that one. My favorite right now is Balnikov, ridden by Umberto Rispoli, trained by Phil D'Amato. I think that horse is going to come in and just burn up the track. Runs in North America, also runs across the pond, as they say. And I got a bug in my ear from Brandon Ferst telling me if I'm putting money on anybody, I'm putting it on St. Anthony. So keep an eye on that horse. Saturday, we've got a couple nice races. The 9 race is going to be the Asunita Stakes, 1 mile on the turf, $100,000. Watch number 2, Hamwood Flyer, ridden by Joe Bravo. He knows that horse, and he has done great things riding that horse. You will see that horse finish in the money. The 11 race is the San Clemente Stakes. Now, that's a G2, 1 mile on the turf, $200,000. Also a great race. That one you want to watch again. Umberto Rispoli on number 6, Bella Bell. That's going to be a good horse to watch. Now, we'll have other input on Twitter. I can be followed at RaiderJim1090 on Twitter. Brandon First Report on Twitter. We will both be posting favorites, changes, updates, anything we can come up with. We wanted to keep the initial podcast for Original Call to Post 2022 on the brief side, and so there you are. We're just glad to be back. We have fought through the trials of life and health, everything else, and we are back, and we assure you we will be here. We'll bring you through the Del Mar summer session. We'll bring you through the Breeders' Cup, and then we will get you through the Bing Crosby session, and we just can't wait. Plenty of racing to be talking about from coast to coast, but especially here we are in our own backyard, the West Coast. Again, it's great to be back. Hope that we get up some new listeners. Thank you very much for all of you who have caught our podcast in the past. We look forward to bringing you all the information we can. Feel free to reach out to us at any time and give us some feedback, some suggestions. Always love to hear from you. Again, I'm Raider Jim Martinez on behalf of First Off the Bench Podcast Network, the original Call to Post, and my great friend, Brandon First. Be safe, be healthy, be happy. Don't take life too serious. Peace out.